Like a Hellcat.
This is like the 10th time I'm recording this because my phone keeps on shutting down. Welcome guys, it's Izamiax. I'm here with a brand new video. What if Deku was a Spider-Man Part 2? Now, with us, I'm gonna be doing what if Deku had information after this, slash was a villain after this, and yeah. So let's get into that video. We last left off when Deku got finished with the Spiderman attack, and he went home, ate dinner, washed himself, went to sleep, stuff like that. He doesn't feel like going to do vigilante work. He just wants to stay home. Now, after this, Deku works on his HDI by going to gymnastics, or agility by going to gymnastics. For 2 months, he gets finished with that, then he realizes there's a dirty beach that he can work on his strength with, so he goes there. He sees All Might and a blonde-haired kid, which we know is Mirio, cleaning up the beach / training. So he goes over, asks if he could help them clean up the beach and train with them. All Might's all for it. Mirio is all for it, and so yeah. So Mirio and I'm gonna give Mirio one for all in this what if, and yeah. So before Mirio gets one for all, Mirio and Deku are gonna spar to see where they are. Does that make sense? So before Mirio has one for all, they're gonna fight, and it's somewhat even. It's just hard for Deku to keep up because he's a prey muting. So it's hard to get a hit on him. So Deku All Might gives one for all to Mirio. Mirio trains a little bit with one for all, and spars Deku. Mirio is absolutely destroying Deku with his punches because they're 10 times harder. I don't know if that's true, but like, they're hard. So, after a week of them sparring, Mirio learns to spread one for all throughout his body. We're just gonna call this full body. And now what's gonna happen is, since Mirio is like really overpowered right now, Deku's gonna spot All Might, somebody who he can actually get a hit. Now, I'm not gonna hear from Mirio after the entrance exams for a little bit, and so Deku and All Might spar. All Might's going about like 40 to 50% one for all, and Deku's keeping a good pace with All Might until he starts to crank up the percentage. That's when Deku has a harder time. He has to rely more on his webs and his agility in order to dodge everything, but it's really hard because All Might's really fast. Now, after training, Deku has gotten a lot stronger, a lot faster, and a lot more flexible. He's able to dodge a lot more. His spider sense has evolved to where the point where he's able to sense when somebody's about to shoot a gun and stuff like that, you know. It's time for the entrance exam. Now, I don't want to lose this video because I think this is the best script that I've done. Not yet. No, please don't shut off phone. Right, so on to the entrance exam. Deku being a lot smarter, a lot more like Peter Parker, very smart. He basically gets like a 90% on the test, the theory exam. And then on to the onto the practical exam. He doesn't meet Uraraka at this time because he didn't fall, because he's a lot more agile, and yeah. So, onto the answers exam. Since he has a web shooters, he goes up to the practice and he asks, "Are these web shooters allowed?" I was just wondering because they help me with my work, and I made them myself. The practice asked if he registered the web shooters. I wanted to say yeah, he did, and that yeah, they're all registered, and that yeah, he could use them. Now, right when the thing starts, Deku swings onto a building and leaps over everybody. He starts to go towards some robots and starts destroying robots. And he basically destroys about like 21-point robots, 10 2-point robots, and I don't want to say 33-point robots, but I do. And 10 3-point robots. And so Deku is at like this. He's at 70 points. He destroys a few more. He's at like 76. And then he hears a scream. He sees that a girl is trapped under some rubble, and a giant 0-point robot is going to crush her. So Deku leaps into action, lifting up the rubble with his webs and throwing them away, him picking her up. And since he knows he can't destroy the 0-point robot because he has kind of strength, he runs as fast as he swings as fast as he can with her in his arms. And he swings, brings her to the end because her ankle's twisted, and she says, "Ouch, I can't run. I think my ankle's twisted or something." So he brings her to the end to get some medical attention, and he goes back in to see if he's able to get a few more points. That's when President Mike yells, "The time is over." And he goes home knowing that he could have done better, but knowing that he saved the girl, he's really happy. Excuse me, I need to sneeze. Excuse me. No. So Deku waits a few days and he gets a letter that says that he earned, he earned like he earned 76 combat points and 40 rescue points. So that puts him at 116 points. And he is first in place. He is in first place, so I think, yeah. So, no. He is gonna show his mom, get ready for the school next day, and go to UA. And I think I could do like the fitness exam real fast. So he gets to UA by swinging to school, and he looks for a 1A. Right? 1A? Yeah. And he finds a big door that says 1A. And he goes in to hear, "Get your feet off the desk." And Bakugo and Ida yelling. He doesn't know that Ida is Ida. He just knows he's a kid yelling at Bakugo, and Bakugo's getting really mad. And then he walks over and he says, "Hey guys," and Bakugo says, "Hey Deku." Ida walks over and he says, "Hi, my name is Tenya Ida. You found out something about the entrance exam that we didn't. You are truly a greater student than me." Something like that. And then Uraka walks in and she says, "Oh, I recognize you. You're the green-haired guy, right?" "Yeah." And Deku turns around to see Uraraka, and thanks. She says, yeah, thanks for saving me. Deku asks how's her leg, and she says, fine, thanks for the recovery, girl, lady. So yeah. Then Aizawa walks in scaring everybody, and he says, 8 seconds that won't do, get your fitness stuff on, we're going outside for a fitness exam. Uraraka says, what about the orientation? Aizawa says, heroes don't have enough time for orientation. I could run this class however I want. Now, they go outside, and since Deku got first place in the class, Aizawa says, how long was your softball throw in middle school? And Deku says about 70 meters. No, 80 meters. Aizawa says, alright, use your quirk this time. Deku, I don't know how he'd do it. I don't think he'd use his super strength. I think he'd, somehow use his super strength and his webs combined. So I'm gonna say he attaches a web to the ball, and he spins it using his and he spins the web using his super strength, kind of like a slingshot, and he throws it as far as he can. And it reaches, let's say, not as far as Bakugo, but close. So let's say, 7,500 meters. Okay? No, that's way too much. Bakugo only got, whatever. Just a little bit less than what Bakugo would get. So, Bakugo throws it, and he gets a little bit further than Deku, but that doesn't really matter. No, Deku, he isn't necessarily number one, but he isn't last. He is, middle, you could say. So, Kirishima level. Does that make sense? Alright, so yeah. Now, yeah, so he gets, about halfway and everything. And he isn't last. What's his name is last? What's his name? The tiny guy, I can't remember. Mineta is last. But since I don't want to make this complicated when it comes to the two people, I'm just going to leave Mineta in. Let's just say Aizawa was impressed with the sticky ball thing he did for the side jumps. Now, so he basically, yeah, nobody got his spot. Holy cow. Alright, this thing's already 13 minutes. I'm gonna have to end this right here. Now, thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. Bye.
Peter Pan, that's what they call me. Promise that you never be lonely.